So I apologize. So good evening, everyone. It is now 6:36, so I'm officially calling the meeting to order. So good evening, I'm Rashida Hilliard, Chair of the Housing Committee. As a Community Board Committee, we loosely follow Robert's Rules of Order. We will be following the agenda that was previously distributed. If we open the topic to general discussion, we ask that if you would like to speak, that you raise your hand and I will call on you. Our goal is to have a good, robust discussion of our agenda items. However, if we have many people who would like to speak on any individual topic, you may only get to speak once, so make it count. If you are not speaking, we ask that you keep yourself muted to prevent background noise from interrupting others. If you're on Zoom, which many of you are, to raise your hand, you will select reactions at the bottom of the screen. And if you're on your phone, you will press *6 to mute and unmute, and *9 to raise your hand. So that's how we'll be conducting this meeting. And although you might have already seen the agenda, you will notice that after the welcome, I am supposed to do the roll call, but I'm going to postpone that for now. And I'm also obviously going to postpone the approval of the minutes as we wait for our other committee members to join. But what we won't wait on is our discussion with Jovan Ellis. So sorry, I'm going to give a brief introduction and then I'm actually going to turn it over. So Jovan Ellis is here from the Center for New York City Neighborhoods, and we actually sent some like agenda items or some questions ahead of time. But if you were here just 5 minutes ago, you may have heard him explain that there will be a lot of information that will be disseminated and things like that. But just to give you an idea of what questions we sent ahead of time, basically this is what we asked. So give a brief overview of the services that the Center for New York City Neighborhoods, also known as CNYCN. So just give a brief overview of the programs, including the Home Fix program. Also, the question is, how is CNYCN funded, and how does the funding affect the services it offers? As far as foreclosure prevention, what options might a homeowner have if they already face foreclosure? Then the other questions are, how do you help homeowners avoid foreclosure scams? And with respect to rehabs and retrofits, do you provide guidance and resources for homeowners who need to comply with the local laws regarding energy efficiency and other upgrades? Also, do you provide assistance and resources to help homeowners vet out the proper contractors for home repairs, etc.? And finally, for advocacy and policy, what policy goals are you currently supporting to promote affordable homeownership? And after the discussion or presentation, we'll have a brief or however much time I need for Q&A, and we'll go from there. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to our presenter. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Once again, my name is Jovan Ellis, the Help Desk Program Manager here at the Center for New York City Neighborhoods. I've been with the organization for 7 years now, and my role is to conduct community outreach, both in person as well as virtually throughout all 5 boroughs to ensure that people are aware of our organization, our mission, as well as our resources. So I look forward to sharing as much as I possibly can today and provide as much guidance and support. So it's going to be a lot of information. So at any point in time, you like to take out your phone, take some notes. There's going to be some options to scan a QR code, as well as just ways to stay in touch with us. So I look forward to engaging with everyone in this space. So thank you for joining us today. And with that being said, the Center for New York City Neighborhoods, just to give a little quick overview, was established in 2008 during the housing crisis to protect as well as promote affordable homeownership throughout all of New York State, not just the boroughs, but all of New York State. And we do this by various ways and services within our network.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. So some of the ways we support, some of our expertise is support with mortgage. So if somebody is behind on their mortgage or they're at risk of falling behind in their mortgage, they can call our organization to discuss their options. Some could be, I'm just lost my job, so I just need help the upcoming month. Or if they were behind for a several period of time and they receive a foreclosure notice, they can also contact us as well. So they get connected with a free legal attorney so they can discuss their options to ensure that they're taking the right steps to protect their home and they can know what their options are if for any reason they can't save their home because they're beyond the foreclosure process. Another area of services we provide is through coastal communities, and not just the properties that are actually on the water, but anything that could be impacted by flooding. We did see, especially this year in this summer, that there's been a heavier rainfall than usual, and most properties that typically would not be impacted by coastal climate or flooding have experienced that as well. So as we see the increase of flooding due to hurricane season or flooding due to increased rainfall, we aim to provide as much resiliency efforts to structure to support those properties and make sure that people know what their options are to make their home more affordable as well as protected. Scam prevention. We know that, especially nowadays, there's scams prevalent everywhere, regardless if it's something you signed up for or you didn't. We do see that is an increase of scams, and those that are facing foreclosure or mortgage crisis are more targeted for scams. So we just want to make sure that people are aware of what to look out for, what happens if you are a victim of a scam, and ways to stay in touch with ongoing support if anybody or somebody you may know is impacted by a scam related matter. And of course, rehabs or retrofits. So we do have a number of repair programs to address those critical repairs needs, as well as not just provide financing, but construction contractors as well, depending on the program, to also address those concerns also, those hardships also. And I'm gonna go through this throughout the presentation in more detail as well. I just want to cover some key topics and areas that our organization focuses on. Next slide, please.
And I'm going to go to the next slide, but I just want to briefly interject that there might be a lag because people are coming in. This is for everyone who's online. People are also coming in at different times, so we are sharing the screen and letting people in. So please forgive us for that. We just have to always check to make sure that we're letting everyone in who's supposed to be here.
Thank you. Perfect. And like I said, we're truly here to support. So through our network of house counselors as well as legal attorney, we're able to provide you with free housing and legal counseling and provide services throughout New York City. Some of our services, in addition to the ones we just covered before, also include estate planning, first-time homebuyer assistance, senior assistance, financial counseling, and more. So basically, any hardship you're facing regarding your property, you could call us. We would gladly support. And we're also here for our foreclosure scam prevention and language translation services, and that's the website you can get in contact with us. So I just want to take the time out to discuss two things, which is the foreclosure as well as scam prevention. So regarding foreclosure and foreclosure prevention measures, there are multiple avenues and ways to protect your home. So if you were to miss a payment, you may receive a letter from your bank that says you're now in arrears and you owe X amount of dollars. So we encourage that once you receive those notices, they may be scary, they can be intimidating, they can be frightening, but we ask that you please don't rely on your fear, but like really take that moment to be empowered and reach out to us. We know a lot of times people can feel nobody ever, I believe that nobody ever wants to need help. So when the people are in hardships, it can be challenging to ask for support. We want to let you know that this is a safe space. We're really here to advocate and protect you to the best of our abilities, and you're not alone in this battle. So once again, please contact us if you feel like you are at risk of falling behind your mortgage or you have fallen behind your mortgage, or not just for mortgage. If you're behind on your property taxes, your water charges, insurance, please call us. We would love to make sure you have the access to resources as soon as possible, because the sooner you have these resources, the sooner you can be more empowered to protect your home and know the next steps as well. And scam prevention, like I mentioned before, this is a big thing that we see quite often. I tell people when I do outreach engagement is that the internet is a great place, but it's also a scary place as well. I also say that your neighbor means well, but they only know as much as you share. So there's many ways that we like to have people be more informed about how to protect themselves from scam. Some areas I like to say is one, if you feel like you're at risk or falling behind your mortgage or you are behind your mortgage, please don't pay any upfront costs. Somebody may come knock on your door or if you're a letter saying for a small price of $500, $1,000, $100, even $1, I can guarantee to save your home. There's two red flags there regarding the scam is that one, do not pay any upfront costs. If somebody's asking for any upfront cost for any amount to save your home, that's a red flag of a scam because there are free services that you can lean onto, which is trusted expertise in this space that is completely free of charge. So that's scam alert number one. And two, the promise that somebody can save your home, unfortunately, is a lie. Now, they can mean well, but there's no guarantees in this. It's not till you present your information to a housing counselor that they can really speak on your behalf to tell you where you are in this process. And if somebody say they can guarantee an outcome, usually they can't, especially if they haven't went through the documentations or they're certified in this field. So those are just two things I like to stay out for. And then another thing I like to say for is like if your gut is saying don't trust the information, don't trust the information. I believe in buyer's intuition. If something doesn't feel right, that's true. I hate to say this, but I lean on this as well. Even if you actually go through this presentation, and I know we're legitimate, and I've been in this space for 7 years, if you don't trust what we're saying, I'm even okay with that. 'Cause that means you're staying vigilant. Definitely do your due diligence. Check that you check that you check that you know that you know that you know, and you're dealing with a trusted, reliable resource, especially within the HOP network, the Homeland Protection Program, which is the website at the bottom. That's also a website that you can use to get access to trusted counselors within the HOP network, which is funded by the Attorney General's office as well. So those are just some areas that we would like to people stay informed of and some just general information about how we aim to support the housing crisis throughout New York City as well as New York State. Now, as I go forward to the next slide, I'm going to go over some more programs that we have available and how to access those programs. One key program that we're discussing right now is the Resilient Retrofits. And Resilient Retrofits is simply a way to make your home protected from flood-related events. So this program is to protect, once again, your home for future flood damage, storm damage, and improve energy efficiency. Up to $50,000, you can receive up to $50,000 for 1 through 4 family homes throughout New York City. Even though it says NY, it's New York City, the 5 boroughs. And also let you know that half of that amount that you receive for construction will go to make your home resilient for flooding, as well as half will go towards energy efficiency upgrades as well. So up to 25,000 will be going towards the repairs to make your home more weather protected and make it more energy efficient as well. And of the $50,000, half of the loan is a loan at 3% interest rate that's repayable over 5 to 10 years after the construction is done. So this is not something you have to pay up front or you have to agree to up front. The construction would happen, you would know what your terms are, and you would proceed from there. As well as the other half of the loan is deferred at 0% interest, and you do not have to make payments. And it's forgiven once you stay in your home during the terms of the loan. So once again, you can receive up to $50,000 to do construction work. Half of the loan has to cover flooding, the other half covers resiliency, and half of the loan that you receive is at 3% interest, which is payable over 5 to 10 years. And the other half of the loan is zero interest and no payments at all. So basically, I don't call it a grant, it's still formed in the form of a loan, but it's that's there as well. Like I mentioned, half of it is for resilient retrofit works, and the other half is for energy efficiency. And the income limit is up to 120% of the area minimum income. The more people that live in your household, the more of an income cap that the increase would be. And also, I also like to emphasize that there's no minimum amount of money you have to earn. You just have to, it's just a cap based on household size as well. Okay. And I have a couple of slides of visuals of ways we support. So, what are resilient retrofits? Once again, these are upgrades to your home to make it more energy efficiency. One of these things you can receive with the program is a sump pump, which is basically is something that's installed into your basement to absorb the water and prevent it from pooling as well. We also have a backward valve, which is plain and simple, a flap that goes into your drainage and it prevents the backflow of water coming in into your home. Some people who do not have this may experience sewage backup coming into their home because the water will leave, but they don't have a place to block it. So it just come right back in. It's usually worse than it was before. And then some places, the water may never enter into their backyard, may even go to, I mean, not may not enter to their basement. It might even go to their backyard, destroying their grounding and structural damage as well. Next slide, please. Other upgrades you can receive is in materials to make your materials more waterproof. So right there, you have different types of bricks and tiles that can be installed to your basement to prevent water from entering into your home. Some properties have drainage, some people already have a sump pump, but maybe water is seeping through the walls, especially from a heavy storm event. So this is a way to waterproofing your home to keep water out, prevent mold, as well as prevent future flooding and ongoing flooding. Yes. Roofing, windows, as well as doors. So we can do this program. We can also upgrade your, like I said, your roof, windows, and doors because we see that when roof can definitely see water, windows can be cracked, and the ceiling can be need to be updated. Same for doors. So when we upgrade, we receive upgrades for these areas of your property. That's a way to prevent flooding from occurring and lower your utility bill. A lot of times, especially with windows and doors, is that in the wintertime, a lot of the heat is escaping the home, so you have to use more utility and more heating. In the summertime, same thing, but with cooling. So people have to put more fans, more ACs, and that causes more usage, and more usage costs more money, and we want to prevent that as much as possible. And we can also help with moving your boiler and giving a new one. Because we understand that when a mechanical hit like a boiler experience of water, that damages and breaks the boiler. And once that happens, it's a large repair that can be prevented. So if you're experiencing flooding and water coming into your basement, even for little, relocating your boiler or having a new boiler that can work more efficiently as well as effectively can also help with qualifying expenses and lowering the utility bill as well. And regarding individual applications, one thing we hear quite often is that, especially for those with connected homes, connected properties, if they can have like a buddy system and join with their neighbor to receive more funding for the program. Unfortunately, that's not the case. The program is designed for individual applications. Um, in the program term sheets, which is available online, I'm gonna give you a QR code for that shortly. But the program term sheets apply for applications for standalone scopes and it must be completed with one person. So if you and your neighbor are experiencing flooding, maybe because there's you have a slope in your driveway and it's a shared driveway but whereas into both homes, you cannot join together with that neighbor to get the repairs done. You both must apply for the program if you both want assistance to the home. And this is another way to ensure the success of each homeowner that they go to the property. Some issues that we have overseen and landed on why we do an individual application is that some properties may have clouded titles, may have problem with repayment or a contractor dispute. So if you had a cloud, if the neighbor had a cloud title, that would make them ineligible for the program. And if we had a joint application and one person does have a cloud title or is not or is behind in expenses, that would make them ineligible, which would then make you ineligible. But the way we can ensure that each home is going through the program and the construction process successfully is by having individual applications. One thing that's not captured here, but is a highlight of the program, is that this program is a choose your own contractor model. So if you have a contractor you have a rapport with, you trust, and you would like to contract for work, this is another benefit to the program that you could leverage on and receive assistance. And if you do not have a contractor in this process, we still can connect you with a trusted one as well, so we can also address these ongoing repair needs. Thank you. And how to apply. So we like to encourage and really scream that Resilient Retrofits is available right now. You can scan the QR code because that would take you to our website, which is Sustainable Neighborhoods, ny.org/lending, hashtag lending. And you would get a heading on top that just says, learn how to be more resilient. You can click that link, and then right then you would be able to take a look at the application, the lookbook, as well as sign up for the program right now. So I can't see you, but you can see me. So if you're taking this information to jump ahead of the slides and sign up right now, I would not be mad at it. I would even encourage it because the sooner you can sign up for this program, the sooner you get assistance and move forward. People are getting signed up for this program the same day they hear about it. And we just want to make sure that as many people are aware of it as possible because once again, there's funds available for this program and there's also support available for this program as well. Another program that we have is called Flood Help New York. And the beautiful thing about Flood Help New York is, well, not the beautiful thing, it's unfortunate, but I would like to just highlight some facts about flooding in New York City. So a few inches of rain and flooding can cause up to $25,000 on average in flood damage. You can live within 2 miles of the coast and still be at risk of flooding. And right now we're seeing that be a little further. And at 1 of 4 homes with a 30 mortgage is a chance of being flooded. So I believe there's at least 6 people in this space right now. That means just in this space, if each one of us were to have a 30-year mortgage, oh, there's 9 people. So that means 2 people on average that you have a 30-year mortgage in this space will see it be impacted by flood and 30-year mortgage. What's really interesting about that fact is that it doesn't even have a location or region where it happens. It's just if 1 in 4 people that have a 30-year mortgage will it be impacted by flooding. Now, what do you do with this information? Great question, you may ask.
Oh, what do we do? Okay.
You call us, you get connected. So we have a website called floodhelpny.org, which can give you a live, up-to-date assessment of your flood risk. So they look at your flood zone and they look at what that may mean for you and being impacted by flooding. So in addition to that, they also can tell you what your flood insurance may look like, other flood retrofits such as resilient retrofits, help you understand storm warning flooding, protecting your home during hurricane season, which we're currently in, as well as climate change. Once again, we saw a lot of that in over the summer, and as well as the elevation certificate, which is basically a way to lower your flood costs by raising the home altogether. I'm not sure how many people are familiar, but this house is in like Far Rockaway and Long Island. That's literally on stilts, especially along the water, and that's basically an elevation certificate acknowledging that you have done this constructional improvement to prevent your home from being impacted by flooding, as well as just other additional ways and steps to protect yourself, your family, as well as your finances before hurricane season occurs. I tell people all the time, I can't stop the rain, I can't stop the flood, but what I could do is tell you how to be proactive and not reactive in this case. So the more you know, the better you can be prepared and the more you can stay protected. Thank you. Home Fix. This is one of our repair programs that we have. So Home Fix supports homeowners in 1 through 4 family homes with repair needs to make their home more safe, healthy, as well as energy efficiency. Um, the program provides affordable terms. So it is a mortgage. I mean, it is a loan, but the interest rate is 0 to 5% for eligible homeowners. Also it doesn't say here, but it also could be deferred and or forgivable just depending on your circumstances. So that's the senior, low income, and other financial criteria may receive more favorable loan terms. But before you even go that far, a center staff will help you navigate the application process and provide a list of qualified contractors approved from HomeFix. Just go back, not literally, but to go back to the previous slide for resilient retrofits, how I said they should choose your own contractor model. And if you don't have a contract you could trust, you have HomeFix that could also provide contractors as well. The contractors that were selected through HomeFix are certified as well as insured trusted contractors. And we also, in addition to providing funds as well as contractors, we oversee the construction management as well. So if you have any hardships or any challenges or any questions regarding the construction process, something that doesn't seem right, or you're just really frustrated by the process, you can always give us a call back and express that. And we also could troubleshoot and provide guidance at that time. Eligible repairs must address building systems or housing deficiencies or hazard conditions to occupants and residents. Basically, if your house is like really in bad conditions or it's really broken up, or you just really like may have a hole in your floor, leaking in your roof, like broken windows, doors and locks, just really think that's really, really hazardous, the whole fix program could address. And in addition to that, even if your house is just in great condition, but you may have somebody that's senior in your home. We also can help with increasing accessibility measures for seniors as well, such as grab bars and ramps as well. And if you're having issues with installation or any other energy efficiency concerns, the program can also cover that as well. So I like to look at it as a all-in-one program for funding, construction, as well as support. Um, Next slide, please. Thank you. And the Clean Energy Hub. So this program also directly helps those that in the Bronx and Brooklyn communities. And this helps assess and support reducing your energy bill and just improve the comfort of your home. It's going to upgrade, provide an assessment of where your energy is going, how's it working or not working, and give you any recommendations as well to address those repairs. The beautiful thing about this program is that this program is completely free of charge. Once again, free of charge to get in, as well as get a free assessment. Once you get a free assessment, it's basically a recommendation of what you could do to address those findings. And if you don't want to address the findings, that's okay as well. You still get the report. And if you do, the program does provide you with additional support to help give you discounts so you lower your utility bill and address those areas in your home made that needs upgrades, either directly through this program or through the other programs I mentioned, such as resilient retrofits, as well as home fix. Next slide, please. And how to contact us. So this is our information right here. There's two websites as well as two phone numbers. Team of associates who's passionate about supporting everybody we call.
Yeah, it does that.
Okay, so who are passionate about um all the homeless they engage with to ensure that they're trusted hands, they know the language to use and how to get in contact with a housing counselor or a legal attorney. They also are New Yorkers helping New Yorkers, and they understand the hardships that you're going through, and they really are here to be of support. Now, I definitely want to go back to two things that I meant to address about funding, where we receive our funding from, as well as policy that's supporting with the to promote affordable homeownership. So our funding is through different funding sources. For example, through the Home Fix program that's supported by HPD, and we also receive city council funds as well to do this work. Luckily, we also have a grant fundraising team that also is able to secure additional funds to oversee these programs. So I know during these climate and times, there's been a lot of uncertainty about secure funding and available resources. I'm grateful to say that these programs I discussed now are secure financially. Even with a government lockdown or any change of administration, we are still able to have these programs, and we look forward to really supporting those as much as possible. And regarding advocacy and policy, what policy goals are currently being supported to promote affordable homeownership? I'm gonna be honest. I want to be sensitive about like policy and what we're doing. But one thing I do say, we do have a dedicated team of advocates of advocacy team who stays closely in tune with any changes in government and legislation so that we can also adjust our communications, our programs accordingly to ensure that everybody that we encounter and we aim to support is regarding up to code, up to compliance, and along is a right standard. So we definitely staying in tune for any changes, especially as the new elections coming up, and we would stay and communicate any changes that happens promptly to our communities. And with that being said, I think that's it.
Well,
No.
thank you.
Oh, thank you. So I know I said a lot. I would like to open the floor for questions about
Sure.
anything.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna stop sharing just
So you can see,
temporarily,
yeah.
just so I can see and make sure that everyone. So yeah, so let me officially say thank you. Thank you for that lovely, really well thought out, comprehensive presentation. If anyone missed parts of it, as I mentioned, this is recorded. So once the meeting is over, not immediately after, but the recording gets uploaded to the community board's website. So thank you, and now I'm going to open it up to questions, starting with Jessica.
Sure. Hi, I'm
Hi.
Jessica,
Nice
Vice
to meet you.
Chair of the Housing Committee.
Nice to meet you.
I'd like to almost go back to the resilient upgrade loan
Mhm.
slide. I don't know if you wanna share it. And my question is, what is the penalty for not staying in the home for the 30-year term? Just like kind of understanding how retaining that grant for the second half of the loan works. Just because, as much as people want to stay in their home for 30 years,
I know.
I think most people probably leave around 10 to 15 years, and just wanted to understand like what that looked like.
Yeah, of course. Good question. So once if you were to leave the home, sell it or lose it like in foreclosure, then at that time the amount that's due would become owed.
So the full amount, or because you said it's zero interest for the first half, right? So say, right, so I don't know how to break it down, but like, so, okay, $50,000 per home, you're getting $50,000. You are now at you're now fully paid for the half,
Mhm.
so now you have 25,000 left.
Right.
So is that like monthly payments? Like essentially like.
Good question. So that's structure in advance. Some people are having monthly payments, and some people may have bi-monthly payments or like every other month, just depending on what their terms are. So you would know that at the time of closing before construction starts, and then that will also be communicated. If you were to sell your home or refinance prior to the term before it's paid off, we would tell you even what that payment process will look like and see what you're eligible for. So usually it'll be like a monthly process like anything else, but how much is depending on each applicant and what they're eligible to pay back.
Okay.
Or I also see it other times especially regarding the home fix program, that that may come out the total cost of the home. So let's say you were to sell your home and you owe another $25,000, that may just come out the total sale of the home.
Okay, right, so, right, cause presuming that they're selling for a profit, then that profit would cover it and they should be okay. Okay. I'll open it to the floor. I saw that Julie had a question, and then I have plenty of questions.
Sure, I'm here.
Julie, you wanted to ask a question? I think I saw your hand up.
No, my hand wasn't up, but I have to.
Oh, you're so low, we can't hear you. You better volume up or.
Hello? Julie?
She muted again, maybe, I mean, you wanna take another?
Okay, so Andrea, Arnold, your hand is raised.
Hi,
You're welcome.
thank you for this great presentation, all the work that you do for the housing of New York City. So being a resident of Riverdale, I want to know how people can help get this message out to smaller homeowners. I'm on this meeting because actually I'm in a co-op, a multifamily housing, so this particular program isn't something that is applicable to my housing community. But I wondered, how our general population can help have more people know about this, particularly the resilient retrofit aspect of this, which are so important. Thanks.
Absolutely. No, thank you for the question. I hate to say this, but word of mouth is really key to getting the information out there. telling them to reach out to us through here, 646-786-0888. And just reach out to go to our website as well. I know it just seemed like just reach out to us and we're here to help, but truly word of mouth is really important. And we also have additional flyers that we can share as well, so we could be a mass push to let more and more and more people know about the information. We don't want to gatekeep anything. So the more that people are aware of this information, these services, the more protected and more intact our communities can stay. So my goal is to really make sure that as many people can know about this, do take advantage of our services.
Actually, I have a question that I'll piggyback off of what Andrea said. So,
Sure.
of course, in this particular community, within this community board, you do have single family homes, but there are a lot of co-ops. And I know, prior to starting recording, we were just having a brief conversation about how if you knew of other resources, you would try to, like, at least direct us to those places. So since we do have a community of people who are co-op owners, a lot of co-op owners in this community, are you familiar with any programs within your organization or?
Yeah, the Clean Energy Hub, that's definitely one for assistance. I know when it comes to repair programs, what I've been seeing is that it can be really challenging to get those assistance, maybe due to your board or property structure. And unfortunately, residential retrofit and home fix are not eligible for condos or co-ops, but we still have housing counselors as well as legal attorneys who specialize in condos or co-ops that you can speak with directly. We can connect you with, so then you can further understand your rights, your options, and how to proceed. And to also get the word out there, I would gladly give presentations to co-op boards and condo just because they have unique hardships. So like the more that we can speak to those populations and demographics, the more protected and more they can understand their rights. So we could definitely speak directly to those communities as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another question. So you said that there are income limits and you said that it's up to 120% AMI. Is that based on 2024, 2025? Do you, so it's updated, it's 2025, 120 AMI. Do you have a rubric for that number?
Yes.
Depending on how, is there a slide available for it?
I'm sorry, I don't have a slide available for it. I'm so sorry. But if you go directly to Sustainable Neighborhoods and NY.org, the rubric's there, the term sheet is there, the lookbook is there, and the breakdowns there as well. And
You wanna click it? Is it possible to see it? I think we have internet here.
and then click scroll down a little bit.
Let me move these.
I didn't design the website, so
Take it
sorry it's
off.
not user friendly. Sorry, go up a little bit. Right there, it says learn more. You click learn more. Oh, yeah,
Read
sorry,
more?
read more, sorry. And then it says who qualifies and how the program works. You can click those drop downs.
Do the,
Mm-hmm.
So this one, there's more time here.
Oh, sorry, how the
this
program works. Oh, download the document. They updated the website recently. My apologies.
So
Click the
I-
document,
Yeah.
click document,
Sorry, we updated the website like a week or
and
two
then
ago.
open it,
I'm not sure how, okay. Okay. Good. What can, people online, can you see what we're doing?
No, we
Hello?
see the how to apply page, but
Oh,
that's,
maybe change the share screen option.
I mean, I usually have to,
yeah, cause you're not sharing the screen, you're sharing, a window.
But I do want to apologize for this nuance.
It's fine, you're good. We just wanted people to
Of
know
course.
how to get it. I'm
Of course.
looking for the AMI, the income limits, like for household sizes.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through the.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Is this very long? No,
No.
That one is for.
So I
I'm
don't
sorry.
see it.
Yeah, I can definitely pull it up and share that with the group. So I don't have that ready available.
Okay.
I make that note for myself. I thought that was on the website.
No problem, thank you.
Mhm.
And then my second question was regarding easements, right? So, or just, oh, this isn't, we have a lot of like attached houses, right? So if they're having a flood issue, in a, in that shared wall,
Mhm.
right? So you had mentioned that both households would have to qualify for the program.
Yeah, they both have to apply for the program.
So, okay, so what if one household is just more affluent than the other, right? So, does that essentially would disqualify the entire property?
No, no. So
So,
let's say one household is making $10 billion,
mhm.
and the other house making only $10. The household with $10 can still move forward in the program despite the houses being attached.
Okay, and then get that shared wall fixed or get a maybe shared basement wall or something fixed.
Correct.
Okay, I wanted to clarify that because it
Mhm.
seemed like both households, despite being separate properties, if they share if they, if they share something that they won't qualify, okay. Um, and my other question, who surveys the property? Like, do you guys can someone just say like, my house, I have flood issues, I have old equipment or whatever. Do you guys come and survey the house?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and you can say, hey, we can fix your boiler's really old, or like you don't have waterproofing on your property, or so you can come and survey anybody.
We would do a whole assessment, home assessment. So for resilient retrofits, home fix, as well as clean energy hub, you will receive a home assessment just to have a understanding of actually what's going on. We would definitely take your word for it about what you need, but it's until the contract manager goes in, sees what's going on, makes a determination what you're eligible for, and then offers those services.
Great, so in the application, you're not saying I need a new boiler, you're just saying I meet these income limits. I own a clean title to a property in New York City, and then like, is there anything else that like people?
No, it's about 5 to 6 pages, but like each page is detailed information about what you're reporting, what you're capturing, why that information is important.
Okay, and then do you guys have like successful applications or testimonials that you can share?
Successful applications, yes. Testimonials, not yet. But we are having people currently in the process of receiving construction work right now.
Is there anybody in our district that right now?
Ooh, good question. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I wasn't ready for that one. But I could definitely look into that and see where those numbers are.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'd be great,
Sorry
just
about
so we
that.
understand, right, like that our own neighbors are taking advantage of this
Of course.
program,
Of course.
and kind of start tracking,
Sure.
that,
Sure.
internally.
And even if there's not yet, I would like to create that foundation of having people go into the program. There's a lot of times people may not feel like they're eligible and means anything to them because maybe they never experienced that before,
Mhm.
or maybe it's like it's the Bronx. Like, where has ever rain floods in Bronx? Right?
Everywhere.
Right, but some people, no, it's easy as that says.
Mhm.
Sometimes people don't view them as a victim of flooding because they just haven't seen it before, or maybe they are able to do their own repair needs to address those matters, so they don't need this. And other people don't even know this exists. That's where we come in to let you know, like, this can happen to anybody. And we want to make sure that you're at least aware of what is available right now. So you don't have to wait for occurrence to happen. Because like I said, it could cost up to $25,000 in repair a flood damage. That's just the damage itself. That means the construction will cost even more than that. So let's prevent all that from occurring. Let's make
Exactly.
your properties resilient today. Because once again, resilient retrofits, you can sign them today for the program and start moving along tomorrow. Really,
That quickly,
that quickly.
interesting,
That
okay,
quickly. So when you go to the website and you go through the application process, you can get signed in for the program right now. The funds and the application is available right now. No pre-qualifications or anything. And once you fill out the application, our LinkedIn team reaches out to you to say we received your application. We would like to touch base on next steps and let you know how we're gonna move forward.
is there a deadline for these programs where it's just like applications are due before the end of the year and then,
No
it's a new budget or new whatever?
deadline.
No deadline, okay, and then I'm interested, so you mentioned almost like separate programs, right? You mentioned the flood help, you mentioned the clean energy help, accessibility. So is it that it's $50,000 as a single property applicant? Or is it if you know, if you have an accessibility need, it's $50,000 for a rent?
Yeah.
But then you also have a flood need, is it additional 50,000 for the flood need? And you know what I mean, like,
No. great
can
question.
you double down on multiple needs and you know, maybe get up to $150,000?
Absolutely, great question. Sorry for that confusion, but I like that question. So you can double dip across the programs. For example, you can receive resilient retrofit assistance and home fix assistance. You can
Mhm.
receive both. You can receive
And that's
home fix.
50 and 50?
No, it's actually more than that.
Oh, tell me.
So resilient retrofit, that's $50,000. Clean energy hubs, that's basically contingent upon what you're eligible for based on the home assessment that you receive.
Mhm.
So I don't have a cap there. But home fix, depends on property type. So for each property type, you receive a bigger amount of money that you can receive construction. Don't quote me, you can receive up to $150,000 for a 4-family home for resilient retrofits. I mean, for a home fix to address those construction needs. So you have a 4-family home in New York City, you can receive up to $150,000 to do that construction work.
Mhm. Got
This
it.
is good too.
And then is that explicitly construction material or it's construction material and labor?
Construction material and labor.
Both, okay, and taxes? Or is it tax free? Like, how does that work? Like,
Good question.
are you exempt from taxes, right, from your construction company that might do the work?
Good question. That's a good question. I never got that one before.
It will.
Yeah. No,
Let me
no,
know.
no, I will. We'll stay in touch. We'll stay in touch.
Okay.
I have no problem with it, but I know I don't know. I
You're
will
being
look
invited
into-
back, so.
I'm ready.
All right, is there any other questions in the?
I'm monitoring. I don't see any hands raised, but if you just joined, even if you were there, but maybe you stepped away, please feel free to ask any questions. I'm sort of going through the slideshow, so that
Sure.
to refresh people's memory. I know it wasn't like so long ago, but if any questions arise, we want to give you an opportunity to ask.
And I'm still here.
Oh, and I guess another question. So you mentioned your home fix network, contractor network.
Mhm.
We have contractors in the district.
Mhm.
How does someone who's a business owner, you know, apply to be a part of this network? Is there a fee? Is there, you know, like what's
Yeah, absolutely. So you have reached out to Restore Homes. That's Restore Homes, that's her construction management company.
Restored homes?
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's the one that we work with regarding construction management as well. So they're the ones that do home assessments as well. And you can reach out to them. I can give you the information as well. So you can speak to them about becoming a eligible contractor. But let's say, other than that, let's say there is a contractor for home fix that you would like to participate in the work. That's completely fine. But two things will happen that will delay the process because they'll have to bid on the work as well. So
Say that one more time.
that would delay the process.
Oh, when you choose your own
Mhm.
contractor and they're not in the home fix network
Right.
because you want them to be pre-qualified.
Because home fix, they're already pre-qualified. So
Mhm.
if you have a contractor that you would like to put,
They'd have to go
Yeah.
through, they'd have to
they
get
have to
ready.
pay, they have to pay the bid in, they have to be selected, they will be cost reasonable. They have to go through the process like anybody else.
Okay, so a bid is required
Mhm.
for the work. Okay, that's fine. And then a minimum like 3, right? Or
Depends on the work, but yeah.
depends on the work. Okay.
This is great.
Oh,
I'm actually.
It's a great question.
there's question. Oh, Richard
Richard
has
has-
his hand raised.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, the question I had is if so for example, I know you answered about certain GCs that might want to be part of this network. So they'll go through this website and I guess try to see if they qualify. But this is more for the homeowner. If they own a multifamily home, let's just say in the Bronx someplace, and they just purchased it, let's just say 6 months prior. I'm just making this up. Do they qualify for a program like this if the house needs work, if it was just recently purchased?
Yes, as long as you're the homeowner, the names of the deed are the apply for the program because whoever's on the deed would have to be an applicant as well in the process. But as soon as you close on your home and the deed is in your name, you can apply for the program. There's no minimum time you have to live in the property before you can apply.
Copy it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I have a follow-up question to that. So how about do you need to be a primary resident in the property?
Yes.
Okay, cause I was interested to know if this would also qualify for landlords that own small multifamily homes and wanted to reinvest it, but they are actually, they're renting units in the multifamily.
So as long as the homeowner is their primary residence, that's completely fine. But if you don't live in the home, you would not be eligible for the
Okay, so
program.
it's not for investment properties.
No.
Okay,
And speaking of investment properties, another thing, like I mentioned for a home fix, it needs to be critical or hazardous repairs or accessibility measures. But let's say you just like to update your cabinets because you hate the way they look. Unfortunately, that won't be
that's
eligible.
cosmetic, yes. However, if you know you are in a really old house
Mhm.
and you have, you know, electrical wiring that is out of code,
Mhm.
right? You would up
Mhm.
you would get them to
Absolutely.
code.
Absolutely. So we cover electricity.
Electrical.
Electrical, thank you. Violations, like really a range of hazardous repairs.
Okay, I think it'll be helpful to find some testimonies of like how you guys have already helped people.
Sure.
Cause then it'll give our people, our community members like, okay, like this is my exact story.
Absolutely.
And it'll make it kind of easier, more
Sure.
confident to invest the time to apply and whatnot.
Absolutely. I definitely agree.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree. No, I think even in online work, the information that lands the most is not from me, it's from those that benefit from the program. So having an outside lens that are non-biased in this process goes a long way. So I definitely appreciate that feedback.
Welcome.
No, thank you. I mean, that we always try to find a variety of speakers, to, reach out to our various constituents. So, just thank you for this information, because this is a lot. But I don't think, I wasn't fully aware of all of these, resources available.
No, I'm gonna be honest. And even to the group, I never knew this was such a thing until I was into the space myself.
Mhm.
So if me being the person who works here is like, I never knew this was such a thing, let alone so many opportunities. I'm really passionate about going to as many communities, high and low, in or outer, to let people know that we do exist. We do have programs available. We are for you. And regardless what everything may seem like, we're still here to support you, regardless if you may feel like it or not.
And where's your office located?
We're located in 60 Broad Street, Manhattan.
You are in Manhattan, but you serve the whole New York City.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, this is good. My question was, what is the fastest turnaround from application to, project completion that you've witnessed or you guys have been able to deliver?
Ooh, good question. Good question. I think less than a year.
A year.
I think less than around that time.
Okay.
Yeah, I could look into that to give you the more timeline. But I would say like about a year. The quickest. It could be a time-consuming process, and the sooner that you have your documents together, and the sooner you are responsive, the more you can move along the process. So we have like a package collection process. Like you send us your documents, we upload those right away once we have them. So as long as we have a clean package, the sooner you can turn around. Yeah.
And do you guys manage the bidding and award process for the homeowner client?
Restoring Homes does.
Restoring homes, okay. And restoring homes, you guys share an office or are they?
No, they're a
Okay.
separate entity that receives funds to do this work as well. So they're the program GC,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a strong relationship with them. They are fully in tune with the requirements. They know the program eligibility. We have a clear communication. We have a clear update. They notify us. We notify them. They're as much as in the process as we are.
Got it.
I don't see Andrea's hand, but I just wanted to ask a really quick question. It was just for some clarification. You said that your funding is from HPD
Yes.
and City Council
Yeah,
and other.
yeah, the programs, the organization, the way we are able to like advance these programs come from different sources and support.
They have an HPD speak now. So thank you, Andrea. I'm going to. Oh, Andrea, yes, you have the floor.
Hi, so I multitasked on your website, and I came to a page of information. If this is off topic, this is also, I can just let this go. But he also has
Sure.
information regarding reverse mortgages, which does that mean that your organization, Home Helper and Homeowner Help NY, has counselors that can help people if they're contemplating reverse mortgages?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We strongly encourage before anybody moves forward with applying for a reverse mortgage, that you speak with one of our housing counselors within your neighborhood or community so that you can know if you could so you can know if reverse mortgages is for you, what that process looks like, what that means for you and your family long term. So we encourage that before you even decide to do anything, especially regarding reverse mortgage, you speak with housing counselors so you can know your options. And the
And
housing counselor is not there to tell you what to do, but it's to help you to guide your decision in the most educated and protective way.
And that would also apply once again because, on the panel, there's a bunch of people here that live in co-ops. That would still extend to that range of information too, even though other pieces of your program don't apply to our multifamily dwelling situations, that this might be of interest as people age in place and attempt to
Of
live in
course.
a more affordable way as we age in.
Of course. No, of course, and I definitely echo that. And additional services to the condo and co-op community. One is that if you're looking to become a first-time home buyer and condo co-op is like the property type you desire, we have housing counselors that help you along that process as well. Or if you own your home and everything's going well, but you need to have a will in place to protect your estate moving forward, or discuss what a trust looks like, and just other forms of like estate related issues, we can even connect you free of charge to a attorney that's also certified as well in this space. So they also can speak to you what's best for the property, you and your family moving forward.
Um, it's a shame you weren't at the housing conference for the CNYC this past weekend, yesterday actually, because there were a number of housing programs that you could have chipped in with regarding wills, reverse mortgages. Have you considered with your organization reaching out to organizations that do work in this multifamily, sort of like New York City specific co-op condo organizations, like CNYC and like the Queens organization, for example?
Oh, absolutely. We do have housing counselors who specialize in those property types specifically.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, you're welcome. And which conference are you referring to? Because I would love to be informed. The more I know, the more I can continue to do outreach as well.
Well, this is a specific, well, there's two in this area. There's the CNYC, which you could certainly do a Google search on CNYC. It's the City of New York Co-ops and Condos organization. But also up here too, we have the Association of Riverdale Co-ops and Condominiums also. So maybe there's another piece of education that needs to be spread within this your website has got all kinds of pieces that apply to not just single family homes, but people that just have a mortgage period that are looking to sell
Absolutely.
a house. Thanks for
No,
bringing that. Great.
oh, and thank you for also educating me as well. As much as I'm providing information, I'm also receiving it as well. So we can really, really communicate this to the communities that really need it or are looking for it. Thank you.
We would like to open it up to any additional questions.
Hoping I scare anybody away.
No, this people, they're still here, which is a good thing. Um, going once, going twice,
Oh, can I just say one thing?
and I'm turning it over to you. Go ahead.
Even if you have a question, but you may not feel comfortable in the space, or you think about a question after, please give me a call. I'm really here to make sure I can really provide as much guidance and support as I possibly can. I've been in New Yorker my whole life. I don't plan on going anywhere, and I'm really familiar with a lot of hardships that people may face, either through my own day-to-day life or this work itself. So we're here. We're looking forward to be as available to the best of our ability. And we want to make sure that you can take advantage of these opportunities. We truly do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop sharing the screen, everyone. So thank you. And at this point, we're going to, continue with the meeting. Thank you for being here. You're welcome to stay. Or you're welcome to leave. Or
Not holding you hostage.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. We try to keep a short, but informative agenda. We try not to put too many things on because if we have a guest speaker,
Mhm.
that tends to be like the majority of
Of course.
like our focus.
Sure,
But I am going to go back because I didn't do roll call.
sure.
So I'm just going to do roll call while we're here. You're free to stay.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
I hate to be
you.
this guy, but it was a pleasure having anybody here to speak with you directly. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for this opportunity to
Oh,
join
thank
as
you.
well. And I really want to be here to the best of my
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my business card. Sorry,
Yes.
you can't see me on the screen with my business card, but I'm gonna leave my business card.
Okay,
here.
yeah,
You
yeah.
you can still contact me via the phone numbers I provided. So,
Thank you. And we'll have those resources available in the community board office for anybody who wants to follow up.
And I'm also gonna provide you with the updates regarding the questions.
Thank you.
Of
I
course.
appreciate that.
So you provide you this, and yeah, your way.
And we will be in touch. We know that we can't always cover every single topic, but as mentioned, we also realize that this is a co-op and we do have single family homes, but we also have a lot of co-op and out to a lesser extent condo owners. So if in the near future, you were able to do some sort of presentation, but specifically for that
Absolutely.
community, we'll reach out again in the very near future.
Before I leave, just to let you know how familiar I am, I did tabling in Co-op City
Oh, okay.
earlier this year.
Co-op.
So yeah, exactly. So that just speaks to flexibility, how much we're really looking forward to support, and the more people know, the better. So,
Absolutely.
yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming.
much. Thank you once again.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
nice
a
to meet
pleasure.
you,
Thank-
Jessica. Again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. And have a great day, everyone.
You too. Good night.
Good night.
Did you sign in?
Yes.
Numbers matter. So.
Yeah, we-
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
did.
numbers
You did.
matter.
Okay.
I get it. Thank you again.
Awesome.
Have a great day.
You too.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
So we're just going to do roll call. Rashida Hilliard, here. Jessica Sosa,
Here.
Brittany Reynoso, not here. Ingrid DeLeon. And Richard Perez.
Here.
Here, but he's not ADA, so I guess you're here, but you can't vote, like we can't like kind of pass anything. We can talk about it, we can't pass anything. Why you can't?
You
He has to be in person, or have an ADA excuse.
And I think that was I was confused because I did stop by the office like at 6:30, but I didn't see anybody in the office, so that's when I ended up leaving and I got on Zoom. So I think I was just confused. So
I was here from 6 o'clock. Did you ring the bell?
I did, and I heard it. I heard somebody buzz, but I didn't see anyone. So I was like, oh, maybe they thought I was somebody else, and I walked out.
No. Okay, no, I heard someone ring the bell and I opened the door and then I didn't see anyone. I went out because
I see.
and I didn't see anyone, so I thought maybe it was a wrong.
Oh, like a
That was probably
yeah, they
me.
ring the
That was
bell.
probably me right before 6:30.
Okay, so for future reference out, when you ring the bell, we're in the back, so we can see you, but you can't see us.
I see.
The
That's
way
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, because the room is in the back room, so you might have seen like empty desks, which unless you come here like 8
Mhm.
o'clock, 9 or whatever, 9 to 5,
Mm.
you might see someone, but when it's the meeting, we are in the back room, so, but
Got
thank
it.
you for
Okay.
at least, getting on Zoom. And so I'll just put you, like, you're online, but as Jessica mentioned, you won't be able to work, but you won't be able to vote, but you can give your
Yep.
input. So with that said, we actually, our next item on the agenda happens to be this resolution that we spoke about previously.
No, I feel so bad.
So I actually did a little bit of work on it. I don't know if you have seen it, Richard, but it's called the Tenants Opportunity to Purchase Act resolution.
I haven't seen it. No. but
So I guess it's short enough to be read out loud. I mean, I'm not, but it's also online, so I
okay.
shared it with us, via Google Doc.
Oh, you did? Cause then
Yeah.
I created a link too, so then I would, like, so I didn't see your link, so then I created a link. So
Okay.
let's maybe put that, I didn't see it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had sent you an email and I was just like, hey, can we add the rest of the members? Cause I, you know, I didn't have the opportunity to chase down everybody's email or whatever. So maybe we can reset this as a conversation, and include Richard. I don't, have I met
He's on
Richard?
it. We haven't officially met, I don't think.
I don't think, I think I might have seen you in the meeting that I went to when it was the entire community board 8 in the library, but
Yes, I
that
was
was
there.
it. Yeah, but officially,
Okay.
no. Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep, you know, cause so we had technically already passed the resolution in the committee, but then I had proposed amending it, just so our point is clear or clearer. So the TOPA bill is, I don't know exactly know where it is in the process of becoming a law or policy.
No, it's still at the beginning stages, unless, according to the document, it's still at that beginning stage.
Okay, I don't know. But we talked about it in last session and it's a great bill. It's essentially saying that before a building owner sells the building, that they'd have to give an opportunity to their current tenants to buy the building or buy the property before it goes to market or market rate. With the intention of keeping New Yorkers in New York, so they're not just kind of
Priced out.
buildings aren't sold and then they're kind of thrown under the rug because now it's new management and, you know, rates are changing and you're not getting the same kind of service, where it's just like, hey, allow New Yorkers to take ownership of New York. And you know, we've talked about it at a few meetings and we're big supporters. And this is us kind of embracing our support for the bill. Just so it kind of gets in the radar for our elected officials, that they understand that this is something that as a community, as a community and a community board, that we think is really important and something that we want to preserve or support, up the ranks. So I invite you to read the bill, the Senate's Opportunity to Purchase Act resolution or the bill itself. And then I didn't see that Google Doc link, so maybe if you resend it, then we can all kind of work on it, because, my comment was more that I felt that the original language, talks about, yes, the being rent burden,
Right.
but not necessarily talking about parts of the bill that why we support it and why it makes sense to keep, especially for, like our community board and stuff like that. That's all.
I actually have Richard, did you want to
Yeah.
say anything before?
No, I thank you for that. Thank you for the summary on the bill. I appreciate it.
So, as Jessica mentioned, we first brought this to our committee's attention as a whole in June. I think that's when we voted, and we did have a quorum at that time. And now that we have 2 new members on the committee and 2 other members, you're one of the new members and another new member. You replaced the other 2 people. So we wanted to, as Jessica already mentioned, like reintroduce the bill. Or reintroduce the
Resolution to
resolution
support the
to
bill.
support the bill.
Mhm.
So my question is I don't want us to fully rush this, but since we do have our big meeting on Thursday, do we feel that we can have something ready for Thursday so that we can bring it to the full board, or do we want to wait until November?
I forget,
November, actually, that's a good idea, because November, since it's late in October, November's actually, the next meeting is November 13th, so that will probably give us more time to work on it and allow new people.
Oh, fair, I agree.
I just
I'm
thought
fine
about
with
that.
that.
I just answered my own question.
Okay.
So as long as we can commit to giving our input, and I did put your email, Richard, and then I put Brittany, but I will recheck just to make sure that we are on it. Make sure that you're checking your Gmail that maybe, hopefully my emails aren't going to spam. Cause I emailed the emails that I had, so.
Okay,
But we'll see each other on Thursday, hopefully. And we can formally introduce ourselves to one another.
all right, yep, will do for sure.
So technically, Richard, because you're not here, we cannot approve the minutes. Yeah, because we need three
Exactly.
people present to vote on anything, just FYI.
Oh man, now at least I know, like, if you're if the meeting's in the office, that you guys are in the back, so I'll wait, so when I press the bell. Because I was so confused as soon as I saw the lights on and, the office, everyone, and I was like, all right, I pressed the bell, I heard it buzz, but I was like, okay, no one's there, and I just left. So it was
It's okay.
confusing, it was my
Get
first
our
time.
number, text us,
Yeah.
it's fine.
We'll do all of
Yes.
that. We are here to support one another,
Mhm.
but this is fine because we also didn't approve our June minutes. I don't know if we realized that, but we'll
No, we did not.
so we'll do June, we'll do September, and then and maybe in November we'll also do this one,
Yes,
which is
correct.
October, which that happens at times, so don't worry about it. In which case we can move on to the chair's report. So the chair's report, actually, I did come across something that I thought was interesting. And this, what I came across was a report. It's called the New York City has released the Where We Live New York City 2025, which is a 5-year roadmap to advance fair housing through 2030. And basically there's 6 goal areas for the 5 boroughs. And in this report, they propose to address fighting discrimination, building more housing, protecting affordable housing, increasing tenant choice, expanding accessibility, and improving neglected areas. And the whole report is like 100+ pages. I am not going to tell you I've read the whole thing, but I was looking at it, and because of what we, have been focusing on in terms of TOPA, and even having the various people come to speak to us about affordable housing and just helping people to stay in their homes, I thought, why not include this new, not to give us more homework, but why not include this new release, because it's sort of hand in hand with that one that just passed that we've been talking about. The city of Yes,
Yeah,
they
okay.
sort of go hand in hand. And even if we didn't fully agree with it, it has passed. So it's like we should be informed about what's going on. These new homes are being built. Who are they being built for? How can we maybe inform people about these homes and different things? So I thought maybe, let's just be aware of what's going on. And that report was released. I think it's been like Governor Hochul is the one who's pushing this, Where We Live, New York City 2025. So, I did link it in the minutes, and I'll put that up and I'll send that in so that we can look further into it. So, with that, any questions or just little
Yeah,
noises?
if we can
Yes.
make a comment about just, right, there are several ballot proposals
Oh,
that
yes.
are gonna be on the majoral ballot that's open now with early voting. Councilman Eric Dinowitz has done several presentations about some misconceptions about affordability kind of being used or misrepresented on the ballot. So if you are, if it's something to consider. I'm not telling people how to vote,
Right.
but kind of to understand that you know like there is some misrepresentation on affordability and relinquishing power from the community and funneling it to the mayor's office or mayor appointees, and that may not necessarily be in the best interest of those that are in the most need for housing and most need for affordability. And I understand that there are resources both in the community board website and the councilman, Eric Dinowitz website that we invite everybody in the community to reach out to. Go ahead, I mean, David wants to talk. Go,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
G, go. David, you wanna say something?
Okay, was waiting on the unmute. And also, several of us from the board or formerly with the board had a a column in the Riverdale Press last week about that to the same effect. But I encourage people to read it and share it with friends and neighbors for their voting this week.
Oh, thank you. No, you know what? Maybe I'll link those things into our minutes,
Sure.
just so
Okay.
that we can be fully informed. So voting started yesterday or 2 days ago.
Saturday,
So,
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Correct.
so no, this is really good. Thank you all.
And frankly, while I got you, that guy's presentation was very good. And I just looked at the agenda for aging next week, and they're contemplating updating the senior resource guide. I would talk with the chair about maybe including that, particularly the scams and that kind of stuff in the senior resource guide. Uh, uh, this aging in our community don't get caught up in losing their homes. And you may want to consider updating the housing resource guide. I thought he was very, very good. And so I think that information could be helpful for both the resource guides.
Oh, thank you. And hopefully we'll have him revisit and speak more about, maybe we can.
I mean, we're here,
Yeah.
the ballots are out, they use affordability so much with no guarantee of affordability, no guarantee of affordable housing. It's an immense misguidance in our ballot, so we'll see what happens.
Well. Well, no, I think I will contact him, maybe give it some time and then,
Well, that's
We
it,
have-
you know, it's
yeah.
kind of done.
right.
Like, all we could do is just spread the word, we're mentioning it in our meeting, so,
Right.
and we'll include it in our minutes.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So our next item is old business. Any old business? Well, our TOPA was our old business, but it was also on our agenda, but it's gonna become old business. And any new business? So if we have no old or new business, then anyone may want to make a move to adjourn the meeting.
If there's no more questions, yeah, motion to adjourn?
Can I be the second person?
Yeah,
So-
yes.
Oh, David's raising his hand.
Go ahead, David, last words.
No, sorry, I was trying to get a different symbol to just the applause symbol. Very, very good meeting.
Oh.
I'm like, wait, are you making a motion?
Okay.
You know, thank you.
Yeah, we'll take physical claps too, like, or digital claps too as well.
All righty. Good night, all.
Thank you.
Good night, we're
Good
done.
night.
Good night.
Bye.
See you on Thursday.
All right, girl, we did it.